Welcome to Cbc Tv Main News, today 10th November 2025. I am your presenter, Natasha Menga. Stories making headlines. Transport sector seek audience with President Hakainde Hichilema. Trade experts chart new calls for Zambia's regional integration. Israeli president arrives in Zambia on state visit. Zambia women crowned champions at the Zambezi Challenge Cup. Red Arrows leads Zambia Premier League. Zanaco stuck in second position and Nkana struggles in relegation zone. Now the news in detail. Trade union leaders of Zambia's transport sector have called for direct engagement with the President Hakainde Hichilema, expressing concerns over delays in implementing directives affecting drivers and local transporters. Givers Monga, president of the United Truck Drivers and Allied Workers Union of Zambia, condemned the recent incident in Chingola, emphasizing respect for the head of state and seeking dialogue in resolving national issues. Brian Hawenzo, General Secretary of the Zambia National Union of Drivers Allied Workers, expressed the intervention of Copperbelt Minister Honorable Matambo, which helped resolve tensions that threatened a nationwide vehicle shutdown. The sector reaffirmed its commitment to dialogue but stressed that unresolved issues would be escalated to higher authorities, urging the president to ensure that workers' concerns are addressed and collective agreements honored.
Actually, the president gave directions. We sit in the technical working group that the president said it must be constituted, and he gave directives as to what is to be done. Unfortunately, the pace at which things are being done is so worrying, and his friends who are drivers out there, they are so anxious. They want to see things start ticking. We know that it's not everything that has stored. There are things that have been worked on, but he would love to offload a lot which we cannot speak here, and it's the reason that we want to meet our beloved president so that we talk to him face to face. And it's not only drivers concerned as we are talking, even transporters, our local transporters, because these are our bosses. If they have no business, meaning we cannot engage into what we call meaning corrective bargaining, so that our members benefit fully to what the president promised.
Yes, and I am sure we're talking about you into transport sector. We're happy that during when issues were so tense and hot, the ministry on the Copperbelt, in particular Honorable Matambo, came on board to resolve the issue, the hot issue that was hitting Copperbelt. We had reached a point of drivers going on hot, where we thought any time vehicles were going to stop countrywide. And the coming in of the minister, all stakeholders involved, Minister of Labour, we were part of that meeting. We are happy that the matter was resolved. Now going forward, this is maybe to the president. As the leaders in this sector, we don't support such. We believe in dialogue, and then if dialogue is not, if dialogue cannot be respected and adhered to in the country, then I think as leaders in the subsector, we will have no option but to go back to the father and report back to say what you directed and the directive that you gave.
Trade facilitation experts and government officials have reaffirmed Zambia's commitment to improving the movement of goods and services across borders during the second National Oversight Committee meeting in Lusaka. Organized by the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry in collaboration with Trademark Africa, the meeting brought together stakeholders to discuss strategies for enhancing trade facilitation and strengthening regional integration. Permanent Secretary in charge of Trade and Commerce and National Oversight Committee Chairperson Lydian Wadia emphasized the need for monitoring progress, identifying challenges, and ensuring trade initiatives align with Zambia's development priorities. Key areas highlighted include infrastructure development, adoption of digital systems to stimulate trade, and institutional reforms to support sustainable growth. Trademarks Africa's Southern Africa Regional Director Hopes Tumbeko said Zambia's strategic location positions it as potential regional trade hub under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework. The meeting provided a platform to review progress and explore innovative solutions to barriers affecting regional trade.
I think this meeting, PS, will go into the details of the efforts that are being made. But for us on the Trademark Africa side, what will also be important is to look wider and ensure that all activities that we are implementing are really linking in an overall framework that makes sure that goods and services are able to move along the corridors where Zambia sits at the center, given that it's land-linked, but also has a very central position within the region. So the hope is that we can bring together all these efforts on trade and investment environment, on the resilience and inclusive trade, on quality and value of the goods traded to make sure that the standards, the SBS issues are well aligned. And of course, noting that we are operating in a very digital environment. It means that emphasis on digital systems being in place becomes important. Chair, maybe suffice to say, we look forward to this meeting and seeing where we are at with the programs that we have got, but also to be futuristic and also see what else we can do amongst the different institutions here and how Trademark can come in to support those efforts. To make sure that even as we are looking at the AFCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area, that their efforts are meeting.
President Hakainde Hichilema this morning welcomed the President of the State of Israel, His Excellency Isaac Herzog, at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in Lusaka. The visit marks a reciprocal engagement following President Hakainde Hichilema's official visit to Israel in 2023. The two leaders are expected to hold bilateral talks aimed at strengthening cooperation in key sectors including agriculture, technology, health, and trade. President Hichilema says the visit reaffirms the strong and growing partnership between Zambia and Israel, built on mutual respect and shared aspirations for development. A high-level delegation from the Southern African National Defence Force, SANDF, is in Zambia to study the Zambia National Service ZNS model on self-reliance, food security, and disaster preparedness. The visit aims to help South Africa establish civil defense structures to enhance national self-sufficiency in food, medicine, and fuel. Vice Admiral David Nkoto from SANDF National Defense Logistics Division Production Brigade, who led the delegation, said South Africa is keen to learn how Zambia's defense force integrates agriculture and production into its operations. He revealed that SANDF plans to attach officers to ZNS for training in production, self-reliance. Defense Minister Ambrose Rufuma welcomed the initiative, noting that Zambia's defense force stands ready to support South Africa in strengthening its emergency preparedness. He highlighted that ZNS plays a pivotal role in national food security, citing its intervention during a recent food shortage when the service released meal to establish market prices. Honorable Rufuma added that Zambia Army and Zambia Air Force have also intensified agricultural investments to enhance food security within the defense force. We take a set of commercials. Join me on the other side with more news.
The Commission, a program designed to sensitize, address, and question institutions, churches, outstanding citizens, as well as men and women vying for political office. Join us as we delve into topics answering questions from the electoral process to governance. Coming soon on your #1 channel, CBC Television. T's and C's apply.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news. Minister of Youth, Sports and Arts Elvis Nkandu has paid a courtesy call on Provincial Permanent Secretary for Muchinga Province, Reverend Matthews Chirekwa, at the Provincial Administration Office in Chinsali. The visit, part of the minister's official tour of the province, aims to strengthen collaboration between the ministry and the provincial administration in promoting youth empowerment, sport development, and the arts sector. During the meeting, the two officials discussed ongoing government programs and strategies to enhance youth participation in national development. Honorable Nkandu is expected to engage with various youth groups and inspect sports and arts facilities as part of his provincial tour. Zambia and Seychelles have pledged to strengthen cooperation in tourism and culture, aiming to promote sustainable tourism across Africa. The announcement came after a high-level bilateral meeting between Zambia's Minister of Tourism, Honorable Rodney M. Skumba, Member of Parliament, and Seychelles Minister of Tourism and Culture, Excellency Amanda Bernstein, on the sideline of the 26th UN Tourism General Assembly in Dar. Minister Skumba reaffirmed the strong ties between the two nations under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia and Dr. Patrick Emney of Seychelles. He also congratulated Seychelles on its recent elections and welcomed Minister Bernstein's appointment. Both ministers highlighted the importance of capacity building, coordinated policy action, and professional exchanges to boost sustainable tourism and advance Africa's voice in the global tourism arena. Concluding the meeting, they expressed optimism that Zambia-Seychelles partnership will continue fostering inclusive and resilient tourism growth in line with African Union Agenda 2063 and the UN Tourism Organization's goal. 50 hartebeests have been successfully introduced in the Wa Plain National Park in landmark conservation effort led by the Ministry of Tourism through the Department of National Parks and Wildlife DNPW in partnership with the Balose Law Establishment, BRI and African Parks Network. The release held in Kalabo district marks the species' return to Liwa after more than 30 years of absence, underscoring Zambia's continued commitment to wildlife restoration and biodiversity conservation. Speaking on behalf of the Permanent Secretary, Evans Muhanga, DNPW Assistant Director for Conservation and Management, Jones Masonde, described the event as celebration of vision, partnership, and stewardship, paying tribute to King Lewanika's historic declaration of Liwa as a protected area in the late 18,000, one of Africa's earliest conservation acts. Mr. Muhanga also commended His Majesty King Lubosi Imwiko II for sustaining this legacy and reaffirmed the government's dedication to restoring ecological balance and promoting sustainable tourism. Representing the BRI in Duna, the Kubangwa held the reintroduction as a milestone, noting that the hartebeest had vanished due to human encroachment and called on communities to actively protect wildlife for future generations. The Wa Park manager, Dion Jubeit, said the translocation symbolizes the strength of collaboration among all partners and the shared goal of preserving Zambia's natural heritage. Renowned constitutional lawyer and Patriotic Front PF presidential aspirant Makebi Zulu has filed in his expression of interest to contest the presidency of the Patriotic Front at party secretariat in Lusaka. The event attracted scores of thunderous supporters with an especially strong turnout from the youth. Speaking at the secretariat, Mr. Zulu cautioned why Zambia's minerals should end up in foreign hands when Zambians can benefit from them. Mr. Zulu further urged the country cannot continue prioritizing foreigners for power when its own people and businesses are struggling to survive. He emphasized that Zambia is for all and he envisions equal opportunities for all Zambians, not for one tribe, not for privileges few, not for a privileged few, but for every citizen. Mr. Zulu insisted that the government must protect the rights of citizens to speak their minds even when it disagrees with them. He maintained that freedom of speech should not require a passport. Every Zambian must be able to speak freely within their own country. We take another set of commercials. Join me on the other side with sports and international news. Stay tuned.
Auto-Based Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service. We have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash.
Barbershop is a top-notch.
and many more.
Auto-based engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Maps, type Auto-based engineering group. It will take you where we are. Auto-based is a one-stop shop.
Come to Auto-based engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Auto-based engineering, doing what we know best.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with sports and international news. In sports news, under the bright Alare sky, the Zambia Emperors etched their names into regional rugby history after emerging champions at the 2025 Zambezi Challenge Cup. Displaying exceptional skill, determination, and teamwork, the women's national team outclassed the hosts to claim the prestigious title. From the onset, the Emperors demonstrated superior pace in attack, discipline in defense, and unity of purpose, reflecting the team's growing maturity and tactical excellence throughout the tournament. In the final match, the Zambian side maintained composure under pressure, executing precise tackles and clean passes to secure victory. When the final whistle was blown, emotions ran high as the players lifted the trophy, tears, laughter, and songs of triumph filling Alare Sports Club. The atmosphere captured not only the joy of winning but also the pride of representing the nation on a regional stage. This victory signifies more than a sporting achievement. It marks Zambia's continued rise in women's rugby. The national team comprises players from Green Buffaloes Rugby Club of the Zambia Army, Red Arrows Rugby Club of the Zambia Air Force, and Green Eagles Rugby Club of the Zambia National Service. The Emperors' triumph stands as a symbol of national pride, unity, and progress in women's sports. Red Arrows continue to top the Zambia Premier League table with 24 points and an impressive goal difference of 13 after beating Cabo Warriors on the weekend, maintaining their position as title contenders after week 11. Zanaco FC, who had been unbeaten for 10 consecutive matches, recorded their first loss in week 10 but remain in the second place on 24 points, keeping the league race competitive. Power Diamonds hold third place after securing a 1-1 draw in the Kopara derby against Nkana FC, showing the intensity and delivery that defines Zambian football. However, Nkana FC, Zambia's 13-time champions, continue to struggle this season, remaining winless after week 11 fixture and are still stuck in the relegation zone. Despite a near breakthrough in the Kopala derby, the team could only manage a draw, raising concerns over